defeating Sauer, educating the people of Missouri about the detailed misrepresentations about Amendment 2 when their 2,000-word text is fundamentally different from what people understand by the local vocabulary and the local assertions and the local thing. We most recently published a brochure, 14-page brochure on Sauer. It's called Sauer and Amendment 2, A Crime Against the Citizens of Missouri. Nobody has any idea there's a 25-year funding of this thing. Nobody understands that the money is going to go in from the taxpayers and have no accountability. People are going to pick winners and losers in this thing on a 25-year funding plan with increased unlimited campaign contributions. They can continue to buy more influence from the legislators and appropriate and take more and more money from the Treasury to feature this thing. And that's kind of corruption. When you pick in winners and pick losers, it leads to more and more government corruption. The Sauer is not subject to the Sunshine Law. We asked in public for any legislator to come forward and make a calculation of the base amount of money that would be required to fund this thing. Nobody came forward. Nobody understands this thing. Stopping this big, I called it in the brochure, we call it a socialized venture capital system, where a small board of 15 people pick who's going to get the money to start a business that makes no profits, who's going to get the next piece of money to start the business that makes no profits, and who's going to pick up the tab? The taxpayers. If there are any rewards from any of this, they're going to stay in this Sauer complex under the control of this board, and they will decide how they'll get to pick things out and who the winners will be and how patents were developed and so forth and so on, all with no accountability to the Missouri taxpayers who are having a hard time getting the jobs. This is not a business of government. People who want the venture capital should have to compete for it in the open market. It's one of the most tightly disciplined things there is in the world, to go from an idea to get private investors to put up the money to launch great companies. It happens all the time, but they must be under the incentive, the strong incentive that they have to make a profit. And private venture capital does that. And when taxpayer money is paying off people to maybe get a company started or not working, you get things like green energy and Mamtech and all the kind of commotion that the Missouri government's been involved in promoting.